Welcome to the Positively You podcast. I'm your host, Jessie Larson, and I'm passionate about helping you shift the way you think so you can create a life you're absolutely obsessed with. Each week, I'll be bringing you a guest or a thought that's going to help you feel more optimistic and equipped to take real action. Get ready to push past limiting beliefs, ditch that negativity, and start showing up as the best and most positive version of you. Girl, let's do this. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the Positively You podcast. I'm so excited you're here, and guess what? It is November. You're well aware of that because we are 6 days in already, but I'm doing something fun in the month of November where I have decided to join the National Podcast Post Month, which is something that was started 16 years ago with a group of podcasters, and who the heck knew that there was even podcasts 16 years ago? There were. Where they decided that November they were going to do 30 podcasts in 30 days and call it National Podcast Post Month, and they've kept it up for 16 years, and the group has grown and grown and grown. And it seems like a lot of fun. So I've had this on my radar for the past 2-ish years, I believe. I know for sure I knew about it last year, but I think it was 2 years ago that I found out about it and thought, wow, that would be really fun to participate and do 30 podcasts in 30 days. And yes, I realize it is already the 6th, so I'm already a little bit late to the game. But if you have learned anything from me, you know that it's that I don't really love rules and that I don't really love perfection. And I think that there's a way to do the things that you want to do in a way that lights you up and in a way that you can fit into your life and have them be a positive addition to what you're doing. So that's what I'm doing because I have had this kind of itch that I want to participate in it. Obviously, have not done it perfectly because I'm 6 days late, but we're going to show up here every day this month with just little hits of positivity, a little tip, a little trick, a little thought nugget, whatever pops into my head that day. So here you go. I was thinking about what I wanted to have my very first post be about, and I have had kind of a theme the last week of conversations I've had with different podcasts that I've recorded on, or I was at a retreat and I was out with friends. I had a lot of social stuff last week, which was actually really life-giving and like cup-filling. And a lot of times that really drains me sometimes. I'm like an introvert extrovert. I don't know. I feel like I flow between the two. But there was a common theme there just about, the work that we're doing on ourselves and relationships we have with other people and all of these things. And the idea of, I've talked about this before on this podcast about curiosity. I love getting curious. It's a huge reason why I even have this and why I have the interviews and the conversations that I have and the books that we read and the ideas we dive into is all with this desire to be curious and to learn and understand and to test, my beliefs and just challenge different things and just keep learning, like curiosity. That's really the word to put it all in a nutshell there. And I have learned, especially when it comes to the work that we're doing on ourselves, that curiosity has to be coupled with compassion. It's the 2 C's, curiosity and compassion, and kindness as well. But compassion and kindness are very similar. I think you kind of need both. So stick with me. I think you need to have those because if you don't, the flip side is if you're getting curious and you're uncovering things and you don't have compassion and you don't have kindness, it very easily can shift into judgment. And then especially if you're doing this curiosity practice with yourself, into shame. And that's the cycle, the rabbit hole that we don't want to fall into. We don't want to be, trying to understand ourselves and learn more about ourselves and get curious and then be like, why did you do that? Oh my gosh, you're such an idiot. And you go into this spiral of shame instead of taking the opportunity to be curious and then be compassionate toward yourself and being like, wow, this is a thing that I keep doing. And it might annoy me that I keep doing this, but okay, number one, why does it annoy me that I keep doing it instead of getting, right? We're getting just curious, but with just this added component of compassion, which then turns this into an exciting practice because this personal work that we do on ourselves can be hard. It can be hard. It can be draining. If anyone's ever had, if you've gone to therapy or coaching or anything, and you almost get this like hangover after where you're just so drained and so tired, or, the vulnerability hangovers that we talk about, like it can be heavy to do work on yourself and to learn more about yourself and to work on that relationship that we have. And coupling it with compassion is paramount. So as we dive into this month, which I'm so excited to get to the end of November and to see like what comes out of this, right? As I podcast with you over the next 30 days, 24 days, because I'm a little late. That's the thing for today. So even today, to take a pause, to take a second, are you being compassionate with yourself? Are you showing yourself kindness? And questioning things, right? Even today, like, do I have dinner planned? Oh man, I don't have it done. Like, instead of beating myself up about something like that, right? Where can I be compassionate towards myself? And in that, as we practice compassion towards ourselves, I know this because this has been a key thing I've been working on with myself for over a year, is really leaning into compassion and kindness to myself. How amazing and how much easier it flows out to other people. The more I'm able to give myself grace and show myself kindness and to cut myself some slack, it is 1,000 times easier for me to do that to not only my spouse and my kids and my friends and the people around me and even strangers that I come in contact with on a daily basis. It's incredible the shift that brings. So one day at a time, one moment at a time. If you can catch yourself, right? Can I show myself more compassion in this moment? Can I show myself more kindness in this moment? Wow. So that is day one of National Podcast Post Month. So, I'm so excited. I'm excited too. I've kind of nailed myself here where I have put myself out there, my intentions out there. So I'm going to follow through here and show up every day for you. And these are going to be quick. Even this one's probably a little long. Like it might be 3 minutes where I pop in and pop back out, but I kind of had to explain what's going on this month. So there you go. Go show yourself some kindness and compassion today. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to do a quick little plug here. If you have never left a review for the podcast, I would be incredibly grateful if you left a review. You can actually leave a written review on Apple or on Audible. Those two places will allow you to leave written reviews. Everywhere else, you can just leave like a 5-star rating or a 4-star rating, but leave a 5 one. If you're going to go to the trouble, right? And that would mean the world to me if you have not done that before, or if you have and you just want to share it. If this brings you value and you want to share it with someone else in your life that might enjoy it too, that would be awesome. And I will be back here tomorrow. See ya.